Day as well. So got some time until cash open. See if I can get some stuff out of the way. So yeah, price for in this case IWM is definitely playing the lower distribution. Pre-market has been rejecting the top of it. Let's see if I can move this over. There we go. So no play to the upper distribution, which has the most volume with the most business that was conducted yesterday, last session. You know, I would love to see price at least trade up into there. Um, see, so I'm selling. So I'm definitely looking to sell the market. Right now, we keep piercing the top of the distribution of the bottom distribution of last session. And as price continues to go higher, there's less and less business that's being done there. But anything between distributions, you can expect price to move pretty quickly. So we are somehow opening into that area. Since there was less business that was done in between the two distributions, we'll see price move pretty quickly. As far as order book or book map, there's not a lot of clues at the moment. But there is some small um, iceberg orders, very, very small, that were executed in pre-market. So because of that, we may see a nice pop up or a pop up. Again, they're still very small. Yeah, the halves aren't the best ones to play, but yeah, the halves are there. When I say iceberg, so there are two reasons why. So it basically is a way. If you think of an iceberg, you know the tip of it is what you see, but there's a massive amount of area below the surface or below the water, basically. So it's the same thing with sellers or people in the market. There's two reasons why they hide their orders. One, they can't put their orders in once; it's against regulations, and two, they're not trying to tip their hand. So they would, put in small pieces of their order when the real size is lurking below. So as I'm saying that, there is a buying iceberg that just hit, and a couple of them are still active. So with 20 seconds to go, thinking we're going to see a pop because of that. But the overall consensus is not looking to buy. So I'm still sticking with the sell. 192s are in my active trader. We may switch to 193s depending on how far we pop, but that is to be determined. And the market is opening now. All right, so that's a good pop. And then the sellers look like, okay, so they're popping. Cool. Stops that got hit. So 192s are going for $80 per contract, which is great. Alrighty. We're popping, and then there's some resistance there. 192s is still in my watch list. So 84, I'm sorry, $74 per contract. Excuse me. I didn't get much sleep. All right, I'm entering here. 192 puts, $74 per contract. Ooh, there we go. Keep dropping. Could be that 10 cent pretty soon with $10. All right, I just got my first TP at 84. Move that stop. Let's see if I can get 94. Oh, that's the sellers. There they go. And I didn't even see a big executed iceberg that popped in too, right when we jumped in. And they canceled the buy one. So that makes sense. So I'm looking for 94. I got the 84, looking for the 94, which I may or may not get. Okay, maybe I will because they're dropping. Good way to end the week. Positive way to end the week. 88. There we go. There they're dropping. Like it. Are we gonna drop any more so I can get that 94 or no? All right, 87. Well, I got $10, so I would like to get the 20. There we go. There the sellers. Keep pushing down for us. Perfect way to end the week. 92. They going backwards while sellers are dropping. Come on, update TOS. That should be 94 right there. That's 93. We should be hitting 94 right now. There we go. That's a good drop down. That should be 94. TOS update for me. There we go. And I am out. Great way to end the trading week on that sell. And they're continuing to drop. Nice, 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 nice. 97. They're taking profit here too. There we go. Why did it took so long? Let me go check my orders. That was weird. Let's see. Make sure I'm out of everything. Then I'll move over to you all. Some buying stops got hit too. Okay, yep, I am all the way out of everything. So I didn't even notice that sell that what was I looking for? That executed Iceberg, a big one too. All right, let me move you guys over. All right, see. Okay, 82 to 90. Fire. By the time I heard David enter the price, TOS already 10% higher. Okay. 83 to 88. Okay. Small win. 84 to 90. Slippage caught us again. I didn't have any issues with slippage. Let me check my field orders. No, no issues at all on my end. Not against me or for me. Let's see. In at 85, 5 contracts when I realized how far it was. You moved your stop. Okay. Should have just trusted trade. Yeah. Choppy fill, 88. Took profit in 93. Fire. So my guess is that now that they filled those orders at the top of that distribution, they may gonna try to run up to the second one. Couldn't catch it. Do we think that you should still enter? No. I mean, I wouldn't enter, but that's, I can't tell you what to do. I wouldn't enter now. So, okay. Looks like 84 to 90, 84 to 94. So you got your 10. Good job. 82 to 94. Yep. Fire. You skipped it at 84. Yep, you would have got at least $10 though, a bad trader. So if you got in at 84, you should at least got the 94. Hopefully you did. Looks like I see a few people got the 94. Yep, like myself. Uh, Understanding and adjustment. Yep, yep. I mean, it's all about calibrating it to your specifications. Like I said, blueprints are meant to change. They change all the time. The sellers are starting to come back. I'm not looking at the order book. Oh, there was another 50 piece that just hit Iceberg and a buying stop as well. Let me see if I can. Yep, a 50. Wait, let me move this out of the way so I can see it. A 23 and then a 12 out of 7 and then a big 50 piece hit. And then some more selling icebergs are starting to come into play. So we'll see how that works out. So 84 to 91 to 94 fire. 86 to 93 to 95. You saw that? Yeah, I think it did go past 90, right? 94. I think it went to 97, right? It was 97, I believe, was the high of it. So that's fire. Small profit with futures caught a nasty bug. Broker, so I could not manually move. Ooh, that sucks. What's your broker with futures? Are you TOS? Are you Charles Schwab? 84 to 94. Second was at 87. Your second was at 87. What's your second half? That's fire though. A little bit of slippage. 86 to 94. Nice. I missed that question. Is my bracket all right, Alexander, are your take profit and stop loss the same distance apart? Yeah, it does it for me. So I just, and as far as Thinkorswim TOS, you can put in your specifications and it will calculate that for you based on your fill price. I don't have to think about it. As long as once I put it in and say this is what I want my fill and my take profits and my stops to be, the uh the app does the rest, or the software does the rest. But that's all depending on you. I mean, I can't tell you how to get paid. I could just tell you what I'm seeing and when I enter. But I think a lot of us on here, a lot of the members on here, they have adjusted their pay scale to fit them. So I would definitely, play around with your pay, how you want to get paid, how much you want to get paid. If you want to have a runner, and the sellers are back in the business too. They sell imbalance. Let's see how they if they some follow through. Bracket order is 10. Yep, yep, exactly. That's how I have mine. First take is $10 per contract profit, and then the second is 20. My stop is always 20. I'm a 1-and-1. But like I said, the best advice I've ever received in trading, which really propelled my consistency, was taking profit early and often as possible. And it helps you with the nerves too, because once you make money and you have protected it, then the rest is just gravy. Ever since I've implemented that in my trading, I have been consistent more than I've ever been. And like I said, it helps with the nervousness of it as well. Sometimes trading can play with your emotions. Uh, Iceberg, there's a couple different software that you can get it from, but I use Bookmap. I use the desktop version of Bookmap. Um, TOS or Charles Schwab, they have a version inside of TOS, but I don't think they offer the Iceberg option. Basically, it's like, and I don't like to use dark pool, and most traders don't, even though you see it on the internet a lot. It is a such thing. It's a real thing. But you get to actually see those orders. They can't hide them, and Bookmap does a great job of revealing, pulling the curtain back to see. Like I said, iceberg. If you think of an iceberg in the ocean, all you see is the top of the mask on top of the water. What you don't see is below it. So what Bookback allows you to do is actually let you see the not only the top but what's below. So their true intentions. Yeah, I mean they're just it's a roller coaster as far as like price movement, but their direction is pretty solid, right? They're taking liquidity, or I think I was looking at it earlier where there was a trend line, right? So most of the people who do trend lines or um, moving averages traders, they're taking advantage of those. So they're just letting them run until they pull the curtain back or the rug from under them. That's what it's looking like right now. The rug is being pulled from under them. Uh, yeah, it went to 97. I thought it did too, right? I thought that's probably the highest I saw it go when I was paying attention to it. Yep, 20. Thank you. Yep, yep, yep. You're very welcome. Yeah, exactly. That's just a good. I'm glad you put that there. Those are that's my pay scale, right? So I know a lot of you all have been adjusting the way you get paid, which is, I mean, by all means, it's your preference. So, and it's been working out. Look at the sellers now. Yeah, it's just the rug is being pulled from under them. Yeah. And I'm not sure what made me look at a trend line, but I knew that was gonna get exploited. Uh, yep, those are David numbers exactly. A few times after the open. I'm not sure. Maybe the community can answer that question about futures and trading view. I've never in my life had a trading view account, so I can't tell you how they move. But I know a few of you all have it, so maybe somebody from the community can answer. Bookmap doesn't have TPL. No, Bookmap is just it's an extension of depth of market. It allows you to peel the curtains back even more. So depth of market, for one, it doesn't print. Two, you're not able to see you're able to see the orders, but you're not able to see how strong or how much staying power those orders have, those limit orders. Basically, depth of market is limit orders that are on the books that can be executed or pulled. The book map gives you that information, but it provides more, right? So it actually prints, so you don't have to stare at it. So if you turn your head for a few minutes or a few seconds, you don't have to worry about missing anything. You can always go back, or it'll still be there. Number two, book map it shows you the staying power of limit orders. Um, how strong. I mean, they still can get pulled, but they would also tell you if it was canceled or not. Does it provide TPO? No, that I've seen. And it does, you can do footprint, but it makes the chart too congested on Bookmap. All right. You got it in the 70 out of 75. Okay, you took a little slice of the pie. The sellers are there. I mean, this again, they're pulling the rug from under buyers. It's still the distribution, right? It's still, and we know, like I was saying before, at pre-market, before cash open, any price going between those two distributions are going to move fast, and that's exactly what happened. Now it's back to the bottom distribution. Paper again, hit with a bad fill. That's going to happen with paper. Into the 74 out at didn't get filled until 89. So 89 to 99, and then 85 after moving your stop. Okay. Practice makes doesn't make perfect, but it makes consistency or consistent. I think that's the same. Well, book map. So I had to go into it and log into it. So I had I forgot what it's called. I had to look at it. I forget what it's called. Right now I'm doing CME because the IWM of it or the equities in Bookmap wasn't showing the stops and the Iceberg for me for whatever reason. I had to switch over to CME. But I'll get you that information and I'll post it on here. It's pricey. I will tell you that. It's not cheap. But once you learn to use it, it can be a great tool. So yeah, give me some time and I'll either send you that in private or I'll know what I'll do. I'll put it in the general. So if anybody else is interested, if I can speak, interested in it, you can do it too. I don't know. Did Russell put that in the video? We eating IWM every morning. I mean, if you're talking consistency, that's the only stat that I care about is being consistent. Now, we took a loss on Tuesday, but this has been three in a row. So I don't care about anything else but that. But I guess so. We're eating it, so I'm gonna like that. Let's see, and eating zero DTEs too. Yeah, yeah, we're cooking. Yeah, my son says the same thing, and he said at the weirdest time too. Sometimes I don't know what the hell he talking about. Chef Lance in the kitchen fire. So yeah, I got some homework. So I will send you the package that I use in Bookmap. Once I type in the summary, I'll pass that along to the general chat. And was there anything else? I think that was it, right? So yeah, the sellers are there. They're strong. They're strong. And a bad trader to kind of go off what you've been pointing out. VIX is going higher as prices are dropping. So I mean, there's something to that. I've never paid attention to that until you said so. So VIX is popping. So good observation on that. I believe most of us had a loser on Tuesday. I know I did. I actually had two. Both of my plays on Tuesday did not work out. Monday was a great start. Tuesday was not so great, and then we've been rocking ever since. Yep, you have a great weekend as well. Great way to end the week. Great way to end the week in green. Tuesday, I gave all my profit back and then got it all back and then some last 3 days. So sucks on Tuesday, but I can't be mad at the result for the entire week. See someone else is typing, so I'll stick around for a hot second. Oh, they were. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday, great weekend, and I will see you all back on Monday. All right. Have a great one. Yep, you are very welcome. Out.